So I don't want to give you a long-winded sermon today. I think you all kind of get the message. Um, as Breck was talking, I was reflecting back when Carol and I made our first pledge to a UU congregation 25 years ago. And I think what was key for me was that making a pledge, I believed in what the congregation was doing. I believed in their programs. I knew they needed support. For me, making a pledge, though, also, it said something about what matters to me. It was a way of expressing how deeply I felt and still feel that communities that are rooted in love and acceptance, celebration of difference, commitments to justice and peace, how much a community like that means to me, enriches my life, and how badly the world needs communities that are rooted in those kinds of values. That's why I'm so excited and so pleased that when we crafted a mission last year, that we came up with love in action as kind of the core takeaway, if you will. In fact, it was such a great line that looked at the impact that it had on some of our folks. I mean, they are literally jumping for joy. And I'm especially impressed with Ryan's vertical leap there. Sorry, Bob, he's a little bit better leaper than you are. But anyway, it's just great. I love this picture so much because I think it embodies kind of what's in the air here at the UU Congregation of Charlottesville. Just the excitement, the joy, the passion. Now, Breck and Jimmy both listed off a number of things that are going on here. But Rachel, why don't you just show some of the images I prepared? Young people are so valued and so important at this congregation. I cannot tell you how important it has been for me and Carol that we raised our children in a Unitarian Universalist congregation. That from a young age, they both learned in a church community that who they are matters. That what's most important and meaningful to them matters. We didn't have them in a community where they're, as one of our famous Unitarian ministers said, where the goal of the congregation was to stamp their minds with a certain dogma or doctrine, but rather to invite them to seek, to search, and to question. Here's, of course, the wonderful ASP, Appalachia Service Project. This is one of the signature great things. It is so wonderful. This is love in action right here. This is what it looks like. This is the group that went last summer. And they, of course, go to Appalachia and build and repair homes. And it is what this congregation and what this faith is all about. Speaking of what we're all about, this is a picture of a course that we've offered in Unitarian Universalism for a long time, which embodies how this faith understands its relationship to other religions. This is our middle school, some of our middle school children, kids, youth, participating in a program called Neighboring Faiths, and you see they're visiting a mosque. They don't go to this mosque to point out to the people there, man, you should really come to our church. We really have the truth. We find truth and wisdom in all religions. And that's why we encourage and invite our youth to learn about all religions. Spiritual depth and growth for adults. This congregation has, thanks to Reverend Leah's leadership and the leadership of a number of other lay folks, we have extraordinary spiritual growth opportunities like our Labyrinth ministry. We offer adult education courses. Next slide. There it is. This is a course I offered along with Cersei Strauss last fall called Transgender Inclusion in Congregations. A number of you took that course. It was memorable and powerful, and not because of my teaching. I can assure you of that. I was as much a student as I was a teacher. but it was a powerful, powerful course. And think about service. Oh my gosh, this congregation rolls its sleeves up and does so much good. We partner, of course, with Pacham, we have this wonderful food pantry ministry, which we're always looking for volunteers the first Friday of the month. We have, thanks to the revival of our Ministry for Earth, we're doing these nature cleanups, which are wonderful and are drawing folks of all ages from our congregation. And keep next. This is the Ghaznavi family. This is the family that this congregation helped through its work with the International Rescue Committee. This is a family that had to flee Afghanistan, and they are the kindest, nicest people I think I've ever met. And thanks to the generosity of this congregation, we've helped them put roots down here. This is one of our monthly newcomer circles. For those of you who want to come next week, it really is that much fun. So please do come and join us. And these gatherings are fairly well attended every month, which is such a good sign that people are coming into our congregation. The potlucks. This is the first sustainable potluck we had. We're having another one in 2 weeks. Am I right about that? Yes, I got a thumbs up from Ellie. 2 weeks is the next one. The buzz and the feel that was in the room was just so wonderful. And again, having a potluck that meets and is consistent with our values. Pulpit exchanges. Pastor Bates always draws a bigger crowd than I do, but I'm not bitter about that. So, but I have to say, I love this tradition. So happy that Pastor Bates and I are carrying it on. Love his congregation. They're just the most wonderful folks in the world. So kind to put up with a kind of skeptical, rationalist, Unitarian, Universalist minister. But it's just a wonderful, wonderful tradition, and want to keep doing more of this. The Martin Luther King Jr. Community Celebration, which we've had people sing in it. I've participated, a number of you attend. Such a wonderful, wonderful event. By the way, let me just say something real quick. Many of the slides I'm showing you, these are things your pledge makes possible. We contribute financially so that this service can happen. We're not the only ones. Your pledges, your financial commitments make this work, make these ministries possible. The elders brunch. Our elders are the foundation of this congregation. One of my hopes and dreams going forward as we craft our strategic plan is that we find ways to really develop an elder ministry in this congregation. I don't know what that looks like yet, but that's one of my hopes going forward. The pastoral care team, the folks that are back in that back corner every Sunday. This is love in action. Whoever you are, whatever's going on in your life, whatever you're carrying, these folks symbolize the fact that you can bring your joys and your sorrows into this community, and we journey alongside you. That's what your pledge goes for. Our rock star choir, what more can I say? They are fabulous. And they're growing by leaps and bounds, which is just so exciting and so wonderful. Next. Okay, so, I had to put this picture in here. It's, I guess I'll just say it. This congregation has reasonably cool ministers. That's all I can say. So anyway, I mean, yes, Reverend Lee, it looks a lot cooler than me, but I understand that. So, and of course, this is us. This is us. Just imagine, look how beautiful that picture is. Look at all that love, all that kindness, all that joy. If you financially support this congregation and this community, if you say something deep and profound about what matters to you, we can build on that image, on that joy, on that love, and we can take it farther and farther out into Charlottesville and out into the world. And in these times, that, my friends, is what we need, what this congregation needs, and most assuredly, what this world needs. We can lead, we are leading, and we can lead even more with love. Not judgment, not exclusion, not hate. There's plenty of that in the world. Let's put love and justice, compassion and peace. Let's put those in the driver's seat, and let's see where they take us. Amen, and blessed be.